You've been lied to. There are so many videos out there that claim that you can learn to draw a face in 10, 8, even 5 minutes using the Loomis method. Friends, learning to draw with Loomis by watching a 5-minute video is as likely as learning to fly a plane by watching 5 minutes of someone building one. You can absolutely learn to draw a face, and quickly. And believe it or not, you don't need to recreate all this geometry. Actually, all you need to master is how to draw 2 lines. 2 lines, that's it. By the end of this video, you'll be able to sit down and sketch a face that's organic, attractive, and already looking professional, instead of this guy that everybody reliably produces with Loomis. But first, what is Loomis? Andrew Loomis, back in the 1940s, designed this reliable head construction method specifically for, get this, working and aspiring professional illustrators. His own books specifically say, not for beginners. Nobody used this as intro to faces until YouTubers suddenly decided that it's trendy. This was a calibration method for artists who were drawing for magazine publications, professionals who needed to produce art faster and more reliably, and all in the same style. Following a schematic helped, but they already had the drawing fundamentals and steady hands. Let's do a quick test, shall we? Grab a piece of scrap paper right now and draw a circle about this big. Now draw the same circle next to it. Same height, same size, same width, actually circular. Try to match it exactly. How did it come out? I bet most of you created something like this, and that's absolutely normal. Copying a circle is remarkably challenging, yet the Loomis method relies on it as its very first step, and then expects you to render it in multiple planes from various angles. A circle is literally the most demanding geometric form to render freehand, and we're handing it to complete beginners as a starting point. If only one thing is out of alignment on something like this, the whole face falls apart. No wonder people get discouraged. Don't get me wrong, this is actual useful information and true information, and God knows it looks gorgeous, but it's not a beginner tool. Here's what you actually need to get started. On any face, let's draw one looking forward, locate the vertical center line, right here. Because this line is on the vertical axis, when the head moves up or down, this line remains perfectly straight. But when the head turns from side to side, this line curves with the curve of the face. Our second line is the eye line. And here's what most instructors forget to mention. The eye line is actually in the middle of the head, not on the top third. This line lays on the horizontal axis, and so when we turn to look left or right, this line remains straight. But when we move up or down, it curves with the face. We have our cross shape. We can visualize it as the head turns in various directions. Now we build everything else around it. Mark up the eyeballs, and never the shapes of the eyes. And the only actual geometry rule you may want to remember is mark up the bottom of the nose about halfway down between the eye line and the chin. And then the mouth is halfway of the remaining space. And remember, drawing is a physical skill, friends. If you want to get to this level of comfort with freehand drawing, you have to practice and develop muscle memory for where everything goes. So I drew this practice guide for us. It's my gift to you. Scan the code, hit the link below, go grab it. On your printed page, you will see 3 complete portrait samples on the left, a line sketch in the middle, and a blank face over to the right. On our sketch, mark up the vertical line, and now the eye. More or less. Keep your hand loose. Don't erase, only adjust. And I like using color. Now we do the same thing over on the blank face. This will help you develop muscle memory. Add the eyeballs, right about here. It helps to go back and forth between our references and our drawing. I like to actually ghost trace the reference image so that I repeat the same motion on my sketch. The nose mark halfway down, the mouth halfway down from that, and now we immediately start copying the shading. You marked up where everything goes, so start sculpting it. At no point is this circle actually useful to me on this sketch. It looks cool, but it does absolutely nothing. At no point do I need to build the nose with 26 perfectly placed lines. I simply copy the general triangular shape I see on the left. Adjust, adjust, adjust. Never erase. Notice that I'm doing this with a purple pencil instead of graphite. I do that all the time, not just for the clarity of the demo. I actually draw in purple. Color is easier on the eyes, and you'll stop relying on the eraser so much. For instance, here, I thought I placed the mouth a little bit too low, so I adjusted, and now I like it. fuzzy pigment application, like developing a photo. Now we can come in with a darker version of our color and add a bit more information everywhere. Notice that I'm not doing geometry anymore. My eyes are constantly moving back and forth from left to right. I see a pool of darker shadow and I add it to my sketch. You may even want to practice adding shadows to this middle sample first. It's all good practice. And after a few of these, take the training wheels off and try the whole thing freehand completely. That was so fast, but still not 5 minutes. In real time, this took about 15. Anyone tells you they can teach you to draw from start to finish in 5 minutes, you run. Clickbait. It takes years to master portraiture. My masterclass, The Easy Way to Draw Faces, is a speedy program that gets students from this to this in only 4 weeks. That's fast. That's realistic. That's what it takes to learn. But look at the results. This is an actual student in my academy. This is for my private student. Again, before lessons and after. Practice, practice, practice. Let's do another one. This is a profile view and the face is tilted slightly down. Our center line here doesn't actually matter because it's profile, but the eyes do. In the profile view, the most common mistake is drawing the eye way too close to the nose. Get used to this spacing. And I immediately go in with my shadows. Stop thinking of faces and heads as a collection of geometrical shapes that need to be outlined. Start thinking of them as three-dimensional objects instead, with light and shadow and reliably placed eyeballs. Practice these and you will draw like this, and this, and this. Light and shadow sketching will also help with your style. Notice how all the Loomis victims produce basically wire art, and it never gets any better. Students get to this stage, and for years to come, they draw the same harsh, uncalibrated, boxy outlines that never actually look like human faces. If you're following along with me, you're already sketching like a pro. If we think of art as a language, think back to how you learned your first one. Your main one, your only one, it doesn't matter. As an infant, no one sat you down and made you recite grammar and sentence structure and all the different tenses, the schematic of the language. No, you just started repeating what you hear and it made sense, and before you know it, it's all intuitive. In fact, most of us learned grammar once we already knew how to speak the language fluently. It's the same exact thing. Loomis for Beginners tries to push grammar on you when you're still learning how to say mama. You can learn to draw at any age. And I'll tell you guys, a great drawing, it doesn't come from blindly following guidelines. It comes from understanding why certain steps exist and how objects actually appear in light and shadow. Loomis is not the enemy, and I actually use its elements a lot in my teaching. But the social media's version of Loomis, handed to beginners with no context and no prerequisites, is a real problem. It's actually setting students up for failure and disappointment. You're not bad at drawing. You don't lack talent. You're just misled by a popular trend. The cool thing about this cross approach is that it applies to every adult face on the planet. But what about children and babies? Click on this video next and see how a single adjustment in our line placement will immediately tell the viewer that the face is younger. No crazy geometry needed, I promise. Drawing shouldn't be stressful or complicated, you guys. It absolutely can be fun and easy. It's easy to draw when you're given useful guidance.